Hi, my Bitcoin followers! In 2020, big businesses and institutions really started jumping into Bitcoin. Tesla invested $1.5 billion into the cryptocurrency and is working on plans to let customers pay with it when buying its EVs. While Apple often stands back and watches before stepping into something new, iPod, iPhones, etc., I think now is the time for Apple to make its move into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So guys, today we will take a look at a few reasons and possibilities of what would happen if Apple jumped into Bitcoin. Without further ado, let's begin. There are certainly risks with investing in Bitcoin, but there's also a very big potential upside. Apple, of all companies, has the ability to tolerate risk, and even putting just 1% of its cash on hand would amount to a $2 billion investment in Bitcoin. Notably, analysts from ARK Investment see Bitcoin growing to $70,000 per coin if US companies put 1% into it, and $400,000 a coin if companies put 10% into the cryptocurrency. The bull case here is that investing cash on hand into Bitcoin is a way to preserve/grow cash. BTC has over a 100% growth a year at this point, while the USD is losing value over time. In turn, that preserves shareholders' wealth. That line of thinking is based on Bitcoin having a known, limited supply of 21 million coins and the basic principle of supply and demand, if people and companies keep investing in it. Michael Saylor believes that Tesla, Apple, Google, etc. will need to shift their cash to Bitcoin. In October 2020, Square Inc., payment processing app, Cash App, etc., invested $50 million into Bitcoin, BTC. That was about 1% of the company's total assets at the end of Q2 2020. That move came after the Cash App has offered the ability to buy Bitcoin for several years. An even bigger investment into BTC was made by MicroStrategy over the last year, with the company's CEO Michael Saylor putting over $1 billion into the cryptocurrency. And notably, Saylor was likely a factor in Elon Musk and Tesla putting $1.5 billion in, with what started as a Twitter conversation back in December. 2020 also saw more traditional veteran investors like Stanley Druckenmiller and Paul Tudor Jones become Bitcoin bulls. The big picture here is that more and more companies and institutions are looking to Bitcoin for long-term investment and asset preservations, something Bitcoin bulls believe will lead to more stability and naturally increased value. Apple has been publicly optimistic about cryptocurrency in the past. Back in 2019, Apple Pay Vice President Jennifer Bailey said, "We're watching cryptocurrency and that we think it's interesting. We think it has interesting long-term potential." Apple has been no doubt researching and planning on what to do with Bitcoin/crypto for some time. As far as Apple investing its own cash on hand, I think it's a no-brainer. 1% of that would be $2 billion and would be an easy way to start. It probably wouldn't alarm Wall Street/traditional investors being such a low percentage, and with Tesla and Apple both investing in it, the moves would spur many more companies to do the same. The 1% mark would be in line with Apple's financial MO. I don't think Apple is likely to put a large portion of its cash into Bitcoin in one move, like Michael Saylor might advocate. But it could put itself in a position for huge gains if it moved, say, even 5 or 10% of its $207 billion in cash to Bitcoin. But with a history of being financially conservative, Apple may make a bigger initial bet on this next aspect of crypto. I think the other side of Apple embracing Bitcoin will be integration with iOS. Major players like Square and PayPal already offer the ability to buy Bitcoin easily in their apps, and Apple has been ramping up its financial offerings over the last couple of years. Of course, there's been some good progress with Apple Pay adoption, but things have become more focused on the fintech space for the company with Apple Cash and Apple Card. Apple offering the ability to buy and sell, or better yet, also send and receive Bitcoin P2P right within iOS could be a game changer. In fact, RBC Capital Markets, via CNBC, believes that if Apple jumps into the cryptocurrency exchange market, it could disrupt and potentially own the market. RBC believes this could mean $40 billion per year in revenue for Apple. That would be a sizable boost to the company's services profile. Furthermore, RBC thinks that if Apple bought $1 billion of BTC, it could create a lot of momentum with an Apple exchange. If you're enjoying the video, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos about Bitcoin. So far, Bitcoin has been a bit messy when it comes to public understanding how it works and buying it. For beginners or small amounts, there's the ease of buying through Cash App, PayPal, Robinhood, etc. Those apps allow you to buy BTC with USD. However, these apps don't offer a full crypto exchange like Coinbase and others where you can send and receive as well as buy and sell. And for those serious about buying and holding crypto like Bitcoin, they do so with hardware called a cold wallet or offline wallet for the most security. That's usually a standalone thumb drive-sized device like Trezor or Ledger. But the issue here is that it's mostly tech-savvy people that know or are ready to learn about how that all works. But with Apple's hardware expertise with iPhone and its secure enclave, the company could have a huge opportunity to build one of the world's first secure cryptocurrency wallets integrated into a smartphone that's easy for users to adopt. Samsung has done this with several of its S-series Galaxy smartphones, but it hasn't been widely adopted and integrates with the third-party Gemini exchange. Apple could have a big advantage by having its own exchange as well as offering iPhone as a cold storage wallet. Apple recently shared it has over 1 billion active iPhones around the world. That could mean a massive increase in worldwide adoption if Apple is able to blend its security expertise with user-friendliness to allow almost anyone to feel comfortable and confident in getting started with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It will be interesting to see how Tesla does with its plans to allow customers to buy electric vehicles and other products with Bitcoin. This is another major piece in more people adopting the cryptocurrency. If Apple at some point lets its customers buy Apple products with Bitcoin, it could be a major factor in other companies following suit. I think a move like this is more likely to come after bringing Bitcoin into iOS and Apple investing some of its cash into the crypto. It will involve a lot more legwork with the tax and legal details to figure out. Nonetheless, it would be a big boon for Bitcoin and crypto to see companies like Tesla and Apple accepting crypto as payment. So guys, let me know down in the comments section below. Do you think what will happen if an Apple jumped into Bitcoin? For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome and interesting videos related to Bitcoin. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.